Wow,
We're over here like he's the best defensive
we are
fighter.
literally
Wait, hold on, hold
licking
on.
the balls of word today.
He's the best defensive fighter ever. The fucking odd maker has it a 7-1 fight, but he's the greatest defensive fighter of all time. Get out of
Let's see. Miguel Cotto, Brandon Rios is bullshit. Those are Andrew's words, not mine. He wrote this piece.
here. What did I do?
You wrote Cotto versus Rios. Bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Bullshit, Lee.
HBO will air the fight. It won't be on pay-per-view. Marquez outside shot at this fight. He does no.
Watch. Read the last one. You'll
Marquez
know why.
suing Chase Bank for $2.3 million because he's broke.
He's broke. Yeah.
All right, so why isn't Marquez fighting Cotto or Rios?
Well, I think they're gonna do the Cotto fight. It might not be Cotto's next fight, but I think Cotto's probably last big pay-per-view will be
Brandon
against
Rios.
Yeah.
The only one getting screwed in all of this is Brandon Rios.
Hey, at least he gets some money.
I hope he gets paid. He gets paid. He's great.
My daughter just brought me coffee, Lee. She's
awesome.
a good girl.
I've already had mine. And last story, Spence versus Brooks.
Fuck, that's the last story?
Yeah, are you just, yeah.
She just brought it.
Yeah, well, you got to just, we've been doing this for an hour.
Go ahead.
I mean, I wrote the classic line already that will probably get us 100,000 clicks, which is Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather are the Kardashians of fighting or boxing. I haven't decided which. I'll know by the time I put the show up. Spence versus Brooke.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sell 17,000 tickets on the first day, and I'll tell you why that is. Kel Special K Brooks.
Yep.
It's all about the Brooks. It's all about the Brooks.
You know
I'm
that,
all about
Lee.
the Brooks.
There ain't nobody.
Have I been calling it about Brooks all the way? It ain't Spence, because Spence hasn't sold a fucking ticket up to this point. So that leaves one guy, Brooks.
I told you the PBC, they're nervous, and their first guy already lost. Daniel Jacobs lost to Triple G, even though I thought it was bullshit. He's already lost. And you're gonna have who's their next one? Chavez going up against Canelo.
Oh yeah, well you can kiss that fight.
Okay, so that's another one.
Chavez, there's no way. Like I'm telling this right now, get whatever odds you can get right now, because by fight day the odds are going to go into the toilet.
Don't you listen, people? He's not lying. Don't you guys understand? This fucking thing opened at 6-1 and then went up to 8-1.
Knock Canelo to win by knockout. If you can get even money right now, jump on it.
Hey, it might be De La Hoya Pacquiao. Poor Chavez Sr. You know what? I'm calling it right now. Chavez Sr. makes a comeback after his son gets knocked out. Chavez Sr. is going to be pissed. You watch, Lee. Fuck that. I'm coming back. I'll fight you, Canelo. You watch. Do you know why him and Roberto Duran didn't happen? Did you hear that one?
No.
Okay, so Roberto Duran came out
I knew about
talking.
The fight. We had talked about the fight, right?
Yes, it was supposed to go down on one of the Top Rank cards. Oh, what card was it for Top Rank, damn it?
Yeah, it was a shit undercard that never came to be.
That never came, yes. Okay. Well, Roberto Duran a few weeks ago came out talking mess about Chavez Jr. He basically said Saul was gonna walk right through him. He's not a boxer.
I kind of with him on this.
Right. Chavez Sr. responds with, I was supposed to fight him, but he didn't want to take a drug test. The VADA, I guess, because they were going to be a part of that top rank card.
They wouldn't get tested. They're an
No, that's why Duran backed out.
Oh.
From Chavez Sr.'s side.
Chavez Sr., the man who's never made weight and is the guy with the potch belly he was afraid of. So he thinks that he's going to juice now after all these years.
Hey, Duran comes from a very suspect corner, man. Don't ever put Duran past anything. Remember,
Hands of Stone should be called Hands of Plaster. What are we talking about here?
Remember, this is a fighter that went on to ESPN 30 for 30 and literally confessed to cheating in the rematch with Sugar Ray Leonard. Literally said he was taking diet pills to cut weight for that fight, which is illegal. You can't do that. Okay, so, and then we know about what is this trainer's name? What was that dude? Oh, it just left me. I knew this was going to happen.
It's all right.
Panama Lewis.
Panama Lewis.
Was in his
Hands
corner.
of Plaster.
Hey, that guy is a bad man. Look at.
Hands of Plaster.
He's a bad guy. Kicked out of the sport, Lee. Kicked out of the sport. We all knew Duran was dirty. That's why some people liked him, right? That's what he sold. He sold on being a rough fighter. A guy in there giving it his all. But don't tell me he wasn't known for using the head, using his thumb. Okay? So, hey, man, Chavez said he's dirty, though. So we'll see. I say Chavez Sr. challenges Canelo if he knocks out Chavez Jr.
It's certainly an interesting affair. And that covers
Chavez Sr. was going to fight Cotto, Lee?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, you go back, you guys, and watch Chavez Sr. versus Miguel Angel Gonzalez. If the winner of that fight was supposed to fight Cotto, and they gave it a draw because Chavez beat the shit out of Gonzalez. They didn't, and Top Rank didn't want to make the fight, but it almost happened. He almost fought Cotto at 140. That would have been sad day for Mexico, but yeah, it almost happened.
There you go. Anything else you want to talk about?
We've
got an hour and 5 minutes today.
Yeah. That's it, man. Hey, yeah. June, Ward versus Kovalev, people. Let's do a better job. Hey, Lee, this is what I'm scared about. The first fight does 160. Were people impressed?
No.
Oh, shit. Oh, what's the next fight going to do if no one liked the first one, Lee?
Oh, don't get me started. Like, I don't even know what to say because that is such... Like, how does Ward Kovalev is a shit show? Like,
They're bringing it back to pay-per-view. And from my...
Here's the thing. I think it'll double its original numbers because...
Oh, so you do think it gets more buys?
Oh, yeah. But it's still bullshit.
All right. Well, as long as it gets more buys, bro, because to me... It seemed like everyone hated the fight. They hated the outcome, right? So why would you buy it again? Like, but who knows? Rematches are supposed to do better on numbers. So I'm hoping a little bit more than 160. Come on, you guys. Stop streaming shit, damn it, Lee.
Yeah, but how am I going to watch? Look, I say this, and I'll say this to every promoter who's listening. If you guys would put it on the internet for me to purchase... where I could watch the whole fight card, I would buy every fight card and go to the biggest buffet in Vegas and just sit there with my laptop for 4 straight hours and gorge food and eat and drink and have a great time and watch boxing. I would. I'd pay $100. But I don't get that option, so I got to stream it. So, right. Fuck y'all. I mean, I know we make a lot of jokes. I'm normally at most of the fights. Normally. But when you're talking something like Canelo Triple G, why deal with it? Everybody's going to want to be at that fight. Everybody. I want to be in that town. I want to do the interviews. I want to go do all the stunts, and I want to do all the interviews. But do I really want to be... Do I need to be there now after the fight for the press conference when I know they're going to stream it live?
Stream it anyways.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to get all the interviews at the weigh-in the day before. I'm going to see all the boxing people I want to see the day before, right? The day of the fight, I got a fight to get over there. I got to park. I got to get my shit in there and eat a fucking hot dog or whatever. I'm not shitting on the food. It's very nice that they give us food. But generally speaking, the pasta dish and salad routine, right? And my soft drink to go sit in my bleacher seat, or am I going to go sit in my favorite restaurant, Tender, put it on my laptop, eat a big ass steak and have a 4-hour meal and enjoy boxing? And then hook up with guys like you after the fight and compare notes.
And I'm gonna be honest.
You tell me which option you like out of that.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Lee. I don't think these fights are living up to the cost of Vegas anymore. Before. Hold on. Before, when they used to even give us just a De La Hoya fight. Just the name De La Hoya on the side of one of them casinos would attract hundreds of thousands. That's not happening anymore. You're not getting Andre Ward Kovalev, nor it didn't even do good in the casino. You understand what I'm saying? Like the casino didn't say, "Oh my gosh, we're so full. Everyone came for this fight." No, there was none of that. And that's been Vegas for a while now. I want to say, the last time Vegas was really taken over, because I was there. I was there.
I already know the answer to this. I know for a fact.
What?
The last time where it was just all boxing all the time.
Chaos, yeah, chaos.
It was Mayweather versus versus Pacquiao.
Oh, you know what, Lee? I think Ricky Hatton brought it way
No.
harder. than Pacquiao did.
Mayweather, you know this for a fact. We're just being shitty about it. But Mayweather Pacquiao, that entire town was about Mayweather Pacquiao.
Lee,
you know it when you walk around the MGM.
I thought I was in the UK when I got off the airplane for Ricky Hatton, and that was on Tuesday.
No, don't get me wrong.
That was on Tuesday, bro.
I'm with you.
I clearly remember
but
during that Mayweather Pacquiao fight.
Here's the thing. If you
up.
brought Joshua and Klitschko over here to Vegas, it would look that way too.
I'm just saying that fight, man. That was when I watch the what is the HBO show that they do, Legendary Nights. There was nothing like that fight week. Them people came, they cheered. There was $20 million bet on Ricky Hatton in one casino.
No, I'm with you, but
boxing hasn't been that level.
Mayweather Pacquiao had that vibe.
They had that vibe on Saturday. I'm talking. They had
that vibe on Friday.
Boring.
Now, if you're talking all week, where people came from England all week, yeah, I haven't seen it since something like that.
Yes, it's been a while for boxing, Lee, and I've been to a lot of fights. I've been to fights where I thought exactly what you said. Why am I spending thousands to be here when I could have watched that on HBO? I could have watched the WeCast press. How many times, Lee, have you went to the the post-fight press conference and it sucked?
I don't go anymore. It's ridiculous. Right? Like even after the Pacquiao fight, why do I need to go to the press conference?
I want to thank this guy.
All the notes now, by the way, for anybody who does, let me explain what it's really like now in the digital age. I don't have to show up to get notes and scorecards after the fight. They email them to me because I'm on the list. So as I'm sitting there after each fight, I'm getting emailed the notes from the previous fight, right? I'm getting the press releases, the quotes, and everything emailed to me. Why would I... I'm not trying to be a dick about this. Why would I bust my ass to try to get into a place where it's basically going to be amateur hour at the MGM and sit in the bleachers? I'm telling you, I'd rather buy $100 steak and take my time and have a 3 or a 4-course meal and watch the fight.
They thank their corner, their family, their friends. They say a few sponsors, and then they start signing autographs and taking photos.
It's not like it used to be where you could stand in the pile afterwards and ask them questions. None of it's the same.
No.
None of it's the same. They're all protected. They're all guarded. They're all nervous about their,
The loser doesn't even show up.
And by the way, for everybody in boxing, check out the UFC after a fight. Dana White gets all those people up there and they answer questions from reporters after the fight. Every time. You know what that does? It engages the fans. So people can ask shitty questions of the fighter like, hey, what did you think after you got punched in the head like that? We don't do that with boxers. You know why? Because they're protected.
When you're asked who would you like to fight next, you don't give the answer of, oh, well, I just leave that up to my promoter. Right now, I just want to go and see my family. Like, we get all that. Everyone knows you need a break.
There's a reason why.
Why can't you give us a few names? Throw some bullshit out there.
Oh, no.
Sell it.
Here's the thing. We can all laugh at Conor McGregor and Diaz for throwing plastic water bottles at each other. But you know what? They made a billion. It's $1 billion. UFC's $1 billion industry by giving the fans what they want, which is let them fucking talk and let the best guys fight. Just let them fight. Just let them fight. Just let the best guys fight. What are we doing in boxing, Andrew? Don't get me pissed off. Why are the best guys not fighting?
I was just say that. You've known me for a decade, right? You've known me since 2006, Lee.
Yes.
Okay. I used to argue with anyone that told me the UFC was taking up boxing at that moment, at that particular time. Right now, I do see a change in the sport. And I'm not saying that the UFC is taking it, but I do see where our numbers are failing miserably right now. I just shrug my shoulders at some of these numbers, Lee, because I don't get it anymore. I thought we had way more diehards in this country than what we actually do. So I'm nervous right now. 2006, I wasn't.
Here's the thing. Somebody's going to look at Eddie Hearn. No. Somebody's going to look at Eddie Hearn and go, what's Eddie Hearn doing that's different than us? That's what's going to happen. eventually